Steven Alves is the name, I'm staking my claim. Street smart edge with a touch of heart. Luso grits the show where the hustle sparks. Luso grit, fight through the fire. Dreams don't sleep when you're climbing higher. Portuguese roots with the world in sight. Immigrant hustle is shining bright.
All right, man. Today we have Paulo Martins with us. If you were living in Portugal in the early 2000s, you most certainly remember his rock ballad Contigo, Anjos Caídos. They were a massive success. I'm not sure how much of that passed to the diaspora because there wasn't social media at the time. That's why I want to take this opportunity to help share what he's accomplished and even what he's doing today, and to get to know him a little better. Paulo Martins, how are you?
I'm great, Steven. Thank you. How are you?
I'm not bad, brother. I'm not bad.
Well,
No, I'm happy to have you on because I was living in Portugal at the time you guys came out, and I was into that type of music. I always liked rock ballads, alternative rock. I've always had a soft spot for ballads. So like when you guys came out with that music, obviously I paid attention. You know, obviously I paid attention. It was a big thing for me, and until this day, I still have at least two of your songs on my playlist because it marks an era. And for me, it was like I was talking to Zemino the other day. He was saying it's hard for us to find new bands, and it's true. I feel that. Like I'm stuck on the old music. You know, I don't look for stuff anymore. I'm just always listening to the old stuff. It takes me back to those times and those places, and it's nostalgic. I love it.
yeah, absolutely. I understand what you're saying. It happens to me also. Um, Although because of my work, I have to force myself to listen to new stuff. In my car, just
Yeah,
for fun, I listen to the stuff I used to listen like 20, 30 years ago.
for sure.
Yeah, my daughter jokes about it. Dad, you're always listening to the same bands and the same albums. Yeah, this is the stuff I grew up with. So this is the
That's
stuff
right.
I love listening to because it reminds me of those days, the good old
For
days.
sure.
I can listen to a music and remember what I was doing when I listened to that song for the first time. So it's a
That's right.
memory that it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay, so you guys had a cover band first, right?
Yeah.
You had a cover band. How many years did you do that for?
We did that for about two years. Yeah, 2 years. Clubs and bars and stuff.
Yeah, that's good. Gain experience. What type of bands did you guys cover mostly?
Well, the name of the band was Rockefeller. So
Oh, that was your band. Yeah,
you might guess it was rock and roll and hard rock. We
yeah,
covered
for sure.
like
Yeah.
White Snake, Guns N' Roses,
Oh
Poison,
yeah.
Def Leppard, Gary Moore, Queen, Ozzy Osbourne, all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
On the heavier
Oh
side,
yeah.
Metallica, Maiden. So we were kind of a little different from the bands at that time, and it was cool
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we gained quite a following, and it was yeah, two great years, 2 fun years.
When you guys were still performing as a cover band, was it still like just in local bars, or were you already traveling a little bit in the country?
No, it was mainly Lisbon. Yeah, yeah, because it was the bar circuit, the club circuit. So
Yeah.
that's where all the bars were. So into uh, o- uh, pouco mais longe,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
mainly Lisbon and around Lisbon. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is it the same band that became Sexto Sentido, or is there new members in it?
exactly the same band.
Yeah. So when you guys were on the road doing covers, is that when you guys were like writing your own songs and and preparing that album, that first
Well,
album?
we got a bit tired of playing other people's music,
Yeah.
which I think eventually happens
Yeah, for sure.
when you really love music and you know. So by the end of those 2 years, we were kind of tired of. Plus, we had to do everything ourselves. It got a bit tiresome. So we thought, why don't we try writing our own stuff?
Yeah.
And we did. And we stopped playing bars and covers, and we focused on writing our first originals. Our Yeah,
which was Corpialma.
exactly. Turned out to be our first album, Corpi Alma. Yeah, exactly.
How long did it take when you guys like when you guys made that album and put yourselves out there as Sexto Sentido? How long did it take for you guys to get traction and like start to get radio airplay and stuff like that?
Well, we never got radio airplay.
No, eh? But
No.
I used to hear it.
Yeah, local radios. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
I could have been blessed. I could have been blessed in Lady.
Yeah, yeah. That's still a big issue here in Portugal. You know, there are big radios, national wide radios. You know, if they play your song, it's gonna be a hit. You know,
Yeah.
because they have that much audience. How they choose which bands they play and which artists they play, it's a mystery. So, and it was like that back then, and it still is. You know, if you listen to one of those the big radios, you listen to the same artist, you know,
All the time.
15 times a day. You know, almost like every hour you're listening to the same song by
Yeah.
the same artist. You know, and that's weird because you know, it's kind of like people get brainwashed, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're not even aware that there's music, you know,
Yeah.
besides that one,
Local
you know.
Portuguese music. Yeah, yeah.
So for us, we did local radios played us for sure, and we did the radio tours with the interviews and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
But we never got airplay from the big ones, you know.
The major one.
Yeah, the major one. And so I don't know. I maybe our video at the time for Contigo cable television was
Yeah.
starting to become a thing back then. It was 99. So there was a Portuguese music channel that was Sol Música,
Yeah, I remember.
and they played our video quite
Yeah.
often. So that was cool. That was a better way for people to know us
To
back then.
learn about you guys.
But it took a while. Answering your question, it wasn't
Yeah.
immediate, and it took a while. You know, it was slow, and yeah,
It wasn't an overnight
it
success.
wasn't an overnight. No, not at all. No.
Is the band, are you guys all friends from school?
Not from school. Not
No?
from school. I don't even know. I actually answered an ad for the band already existed, and they needed a singer.
Oh.
So
Oh.
that's how I met them, and
Also, you answered it, and not great, man. You see those stories, and sometimes they get massive success for sure. I remember like there's an Australian band. I think it was the same thing, Savage Garden. Like the lead singer, he answered an ad, and they made it. You know, like he made it.
exactly.
But then the I guess the other partner didn't want to be a part of the success anymore, so then they just swindled down. But they were massive, and it was like that. It was through an ad. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how it was back then for a lot of people.
it's fun. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Savage Garden because we modeled our second album
Yeah,
after Savage Garden because it was such a massive hit, you know,
it
and
was. It was.
they were great.
Oh, yeah.
I love this. We all love the songs. I love the voice, Darren's voice. Yeah, it's amazing. So, and because rock and roll in Portugal is kind of an outcast style of music, you know. There aren't a lot of bands playing rock and roll. There are like
Yeah.
the old school.
Especially today, forget it.
Yeah,
Especially today.
yeah. There isn't any.
But
Back then, you know, there's always Chutes e Pontapés. There's always
yeah, yeah.
UHF, but they're old school, right? They're like
For me, for me, when you guys came out, you know how people always exactly like you said, they will say Chute Pontapés is like the Portuguese Rolling Stones. Maybe Rui Veloso is like the Portuguese Elvis. For me, you guys were like a mix between Guns N' Roses and Aerosmith slash with a slash of pop in it. But like it was a mix between those guys because you had like the rawness of Guns N' Roses, but you were polished at the same time. For me, like you were somewhere there in my books, you know.
Thank you,
How
man.
did
Thank
did
you.
you did you feel that or no?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, because those were our influences, you know.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes it weird is we sang in Portuguese.
That's
And
beautiful.
that
You gave us a version of it. So that's it.
our influences always have been those, you know, uh, Def Leppard and Whitesnake. I love Coverdale, amazing singer. And we tried to bring that kind of sound, you know, that kind of like American sound, which nobody was doing at that time. But it had to be in Portuguese, you know, because you couldn't sing in English back then. There were a couple of artists and bands doing it, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wouldn't work, you know. And plus, the record company said, no, it's got to be in Portuguese. Forget it. Uh, so that was maybe that's the thing that doesn't quite work. People go and uh, to a sold out show of Bon Jovi or Metallica or stuff. They come here and it's sold out. So
That's what I'm
people like
saying.
rock and roll, you know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how in Portugal, like I remember being in Portugal when those first talent shows came out. Chuva de Estrelas, Ídolos. All the winners were all rock stars. Like they were all rock singers, you know? Like Portugal loved that music.
I
The
think it.
the that
I think it's the language, man. I think it's the language
Yeah.
factor. I sincerely think that's it.
Because some guys, like rocker guys, went more mainstream, maybe because they're more in between like rock and commercial pop. Like, yeah, I don't know, maybe like Sunship Colors or I like Jean Pedro Pais a lot. I know he's in the middle, he's very commercial. I like it a lot. But you guys had that rawness more like it was you guys, it was Império dos Chantados. Like there was a rawness of the rock, you know. It was like a 70, 80 style rock, but it was really edgy, really nice, man, and very touching. Your ballads were all amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Even I think like LA Mard were a little bit more of a poppy version. It was still rock, nice. I love their ballads too. A little bit more pop influence, maybe I think, but yeah, like but you guys maybe that's why LA Mart got a lot of play because they had that pop fusion probably.
Yeah, but going back to Savage Garden and because exactly of what you're talking about,
Yeah.
we thought to ourselves, well, maybe if we tone it down a bit, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
we
I get it.
making
I
it a
get it. That's
little,
why the approach.
yeah,
Yeah,
let's make it a little more pop. And Savage
yeah,
Garden was the thing back then, and
yeah, for sure.
so we tried to model our second album
Yeah,
on Savage Garden, even image wise. So it was. It has good songs. I believe it's a great album in terms of songs. It has good songwriting, but you
mhm,
know, it wasn't us. It,
I
yeah,
get it. Yeah, it happens, man. You try to because after so much struggling, and when you're already like halfway with your foot step in, people know about you. You want to get recognition and go more commercial, make a little more money. It's obvious you want to do
yeah,
that. Everyone wants.
sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. So because you guys didn't go so much mainstream, what did your biggest shows look like more or less?
Well, that's another interesting thing in Portugal because um, we were not a band for big arenas like Coliseu. We were not
Yeah,
there
yeah.
yet, you know. But also we were not a band for festas da aldeia,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
For sure.
which is a big market in
Oh
Portugal.
yeah, it's the
Uh,
market.
as festas, as romarias,
Yeah.
festas de verão.
Oh yeah.
So it was kind of weird to you know, we were there in kind of no man's land, you know. So we did we did some big shows, for not in not in Festas da Aldeia, but for example,
Yeah, yeah.
there are or even aldeias, but they're big,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, yeah.
they the parties are big, and a lot of people come
Oh yeah. I know. I.
uh,
Oh yeah.
to see the bands and the artists. So we did a couple of those, and it was cool. It was great because we were different. We were balls to the wall, rock and roll. So
Yeah, yeah.
it was a breath of fresh air.
So, but you guys got a little bit of yeah. But you guys got a little bit of I don't know if you could say it that way, like mainstream in the fact that um you guys were featured on some telenovelas, I think, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So how did you notice that? Did that boost the band's exposure?
Well, uh, back then you had to, because
Yeah.
this remember, it's pre uh internet, pre social media,
Yeah.
pre well, there was internet, I think, but it was like
Yeah, but
primitive.
it wasn't like this. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the the mediums you had to put your music out there was telenovelas.
Oh
It
yeah.
was a
Oh yeah.
big thing, and this was, as I said earlier, cable TV was starting,
Oh
but
yeah. Yeah.
the four major TV channels, national TV channels,
Yeah.
were the thing.
Oh yeah.
Everybody watched those channels, right? And the telenovelas were, they had big audiences. So to have a song included in a telenovela was a big thing. It was cool. So yeah, we had a couple of those. Yeah, yes, we did.
But it helps when they put those reruns of the novellas, it revives your music a bit.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Like it's already been a long time since you guys had like your peak moment. Do you still have recognition like from the band, not as your personal career now, but like from the band? Do people still talk about it, bring it up or anything?
Occasionally, yeah, yeah. From now and then, there's people that mention, especially Contigo, because it was such
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
it was a song, um, that was important for a lot of people. So yeah, yeah. And the video helped. It was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
crazy
Good video.
video. Our guitar player Os, Paulo Os, he was really on the pillar of the Ponte 25 de Abril.
Yeah, he
He was
was really
really
there.
he was really up there doing his solo.
Oh
So
wow.
the video also helped, and people remembered that. So yeah, yeah, we still get now and again, we still get some people talking about the band and
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
"Oh, you guys should come back," and all that. Oh man, we're old now.
Oh man. I was gonna ask you that. Do you think there's still a song or an album that you guys may have some in you, but you don't put it out because like you feel like the industry kind of left your genre, like it moved on, or is there any possibility you guys can risk it and have somewhat of a revival?
I don't think so, man. I think no, we considered it when the 20-year anniversary of the band, of the
Yeah.
album, in this case, of the first album. We considered it, but everybody went their separate ways. Everybody is doing other things, and I think it wouldn't be easy.
No, I
Plus,
could imagine. I could imagine.
yeah, plus vocally, I don't know if I could if I could do what I did back then. So it would be a challenge for sure.
Hey, you could always do like just like an acoustic album, and then try and soften it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would be an option. Yeah.
Do you have? Do you have a guitar on you or something? Maybe we can give a little sneak peek to people so they know what we're talking about.
Okay, so immediately after talking about the vocal limitations,
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
okay. Yeah, I happen to have a
No,
guitar
man, just hey,
here.
no, nothing crazy. Just a little acoustic thingy would be nice, just a
Well,
little sneak peek.
okay, this is a perfect example of an extremely difficult song.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Eu só quero ter-te perto de mim e só quero estar contigo assim. Já não sei o que fazer porque posso enlouquecer. Não fizer amor contigo.
You still got it, man. You still got it in you. You can do it, man. You still got it, man. You're fooling
Thank
me.
you, man.
You're fooling me. Thank you very much for that. Uh, I was thinking about it in the back of my head. I didn't really want to put you on the spot, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, it would be a great opportunity. People can look you up or well. That's another thing I want to ask you. You're like a dinosaur. You're hard to find, man. How can people like I don't know, maybe you don't maybe you want to keep it private, but is there a pathway so people can like follow both the band's work and your work? Because it's not too easy to find like the channels, YouTube, or is there official pages that you guys have for Sexto Sentido?
I don't think so. Not anymore. We
Yeah.
had, yeah, we had a
You could only
MySpace
find
back then, if you remember MySpace.
yeah, MySpace.
I think we had a YouTube channel also, but since the band broke up, I don't
I
know if
think Paulo has a couple of videos or something if I'm not wrong, but right?
yeah, I think he does. Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was like, "Epa, I wanna find this easier, this is I want easier access to this." For me, I have it on my playlist if I just wanna listen to something, but I wanna be able to, like, visual on YouTube, put it easier, or, and I don't wanna see it by myself, I want other people to see it too.
Oh, thank you, man. But that's another thing that worked against us because there's I think it's a Venezuelan or Colombian band that's also
Yeah,
named
I
Sexto
found it.
Sentido. So you type Sexto
Yeah, I
Sentido
found it.
and we're not the first thing that comes up.
Yeah, I
So
noticed.
that's but if you look for Sexto Sentido Contigo or Sexto Sentido Caídos,
Yeah, that one you'll
it will
find it.
turn
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one you'll find, except but there's more music, so like that one is nice. I want everyone to watch it. But hopefully because of that one, they'll look for the other ones. But how about yourself? Because even yourself, you're not too much of a social media guy, man. Like you don't post too much, you're not too active. You like
No,
keeping your life more private, or you don't want to share more, or what is it?
yeah, I'm kind of yeah, I like to keep things private and I hate technology basically. That's it. That's no other way of putting it. So and I don't
I
have the
suck at
time.
it too, man.
I don't have the time
I
to
suck at it.
and kids these days, man, they live attached to
Oh
their
yeah, oh yeah, oh, yeah.
phone and posting stuff all the time and the algorithm and all of that. They're slaves to that stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't have the time. I'm from
Oh, yeah.
another age, and
Me
so
too.
I created my Facebook account because I thought um I saw it as it was first intended to search for people lost contact,
Yeah,
old
yeah, for
friends,
sure. Oh, yeah.
people from
Yeah.
school. I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
was valid. It
For
was
sure,
cool.
for sure.
So I created the account, which but then I started posting some of my work and all of that because everybody was doing it. So it transformed from that to something you could use to promote the stuff you were doing, right? So, but then I didn't have an Instagram account until a year ago, and I
Yeah.
I asked my I
Yeah,
asked,
I
I
tried
asked
finding you.
I asked my daughter to help me create the damn thing, because I forced into it, because people would ask, people who I work with, my clients, hey, what's your Instagram so I can tag you when the song comes out? And I would say, I don't have Instagram. I'm sorry. So it came to a time when I had to ask my daughter, listen, help me out. Dad's gotta have an Instagram account apparently, because otherwise I don't exist in the universe.
Beautiful that you tapped into that, because that's a good transition now. Because the band did stop eventually, but you didn't stop. Like, you continue in the music industry till this day. You've worked with tons of people. If I'm not, I don't want to phrase this wrong, but you even in somewhat helped kick launch Rita Guerra's career. You did songs for like for Hate, if I'm not mistaken, Romana, Leandro, all the Carrera family. Like, let's talk about this a little bit. Like, how did you get hooked up with all these people?
um, Back in 2000 or 2001, I signed a publishing deal
Okay.
with Universal Music. So that was the beginning of it all, because I started to write songs for other artists, because Universal saw, they listened to the first album, and they thought, oh, this guy couldn't write, maybe we can
Yeah.
maybe we can use his talent to
Yeah.
write songs for other artists. And so it started slowly. I started writing for some, lesser known artists, like more obscure ones, but it is what it is. It's how you
Uh-huh,
start,
uh-huh. Oh yeah.
and eventually in 2003, uh, Universal asked me to write a song for Festival de Canção
Yeah.
here in
Oh,
Portugal.
oh, so they asked you to do that. Great, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, because I was it was something that I would never thought of doing myself.
Yeah,
Festival de
I get
Canção.
it.
Yeah, I don't think so. But let me explain it. Let me explain it to you why I did it that year. Because
Okay.
that year, usually it was a jury, you know, and the jury, I thought, "Oh, what does this guy understand about music to be like picking the best song? So
Yeah.
it always seemed strange to me. But that year, what they did was they chose the singer, which was Rita
Okay.
Guerra. So I already knew who was going to sing the song.
Yeah.
So that enabled me to write a song for the singer.
Yeah.
So having that in mind, and I love her. I love her voice. Think she still is an amazing singer, one of the
Oh,
best
yeah.
ones. Uh, so that's why I entered a song, and so there would be three final songs, from all the ones sent, and Rita would sing all those three songs on a television show, which was, I think, Idols, or The Voice, or something like that.
Something like
You
that.
know,
Yeah.
and then people would choose the winning song by calling. So I thought,
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's fair.
I would
That's
call in. Yeah. Yeah. The
Yeah,
audience gets to vote it in.
exactly, exactly. The audience will choose the winning song.
Willing
So
to put the money where their mouth is, so because they were
exactly,
paid to make those phone calls. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So I ended up winning. They chose the song I'd written
Yeah.
for Rita.
Rita. Yeah.
Because in my mind I was writing a song for Rita, not
Yeah.
Festival or something. Um, it went on from there. The song represented Portugal Riga, Latvia that year.
Yeah.
It ended up in like 23rd or 24th place. I don't even remember, but that's not important, you know. That's
Yeah, yeah,
not. It was the experience,
for sure.
and I got to witness firsthand how it all works with Eurovision Song Contest. You know,
Yeah.
it's not about the music at all. It's not.
Alright.
Uh,
More
it's
politics
not
in it.
exactly. It's about the country which hates the other country and it's friends with that other country. So it's all
I
politics.
think that's why Portugal never did too good.
Yeah, just to give you an example, um, Russia was the favorite that year uh, to win.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, Russia. So, but the event was taking place in Latvia, which was
Yeah.
uh,
Rival.
a rival. Exactly. They were ex Soviet Union, so
Yeah, yeah.
they hated Russia. So the
Uh,
Russian act was booed on stage. You know, but they ended up in second place. So it's super weird. I don't even know who won that year. Not, I don't. I don't
well,
because
it's like everything. It ends up becoming a little bit irrelevant over time, right?
exactly. Yeah,
But
exactly. But that's
no, but it
I
was a
think
good
that was
experience, and you put yourself out there.
that 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 was well that started it all, I think, because other artists started to you know
Reach out.
contacting me
Yeah.
and said, listen, I listened to the song you did for Rita, and
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. And then I don't know if you know this, but I ended up marrying Rita.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't
Yeah,
know, like, I don't know how things are, so I didn't know if I should bring it up. But I don't know how the terms are right now, so I didn't want to put it in an uncomfortable spot. But okay,
yeah.
you did. I saw it.
That whole experience ended up uh, you know
Being fruitful.
yeah, I ended up doing two albums with her, um writing and producing, and people paid attention. It started bringing more clients. So that was it.
For sure, to take nothing away from her because she's an amazing voice. But the truth is like you're right. You did participate in the beginning of it. By producing and writing the song. So both of you guys showed your talents there. You in a new way because you used to be a face and voice. Then you went a little bit in the shadow, producing for others. Good
Exactly.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So how did now another big name? You have a lot of names that you've worked with. I googled it. I wasn't even aware of a lot of these songs that you participated in. But another of the big names is the Carrera family. How did this whole Tony Carrera family's business start?
Because of Rita's
Yeah,
albums. Yeah, the first
right.
one to call me was Mikael.
He was the first, eh?
It was the first, yeah. Maybe in 2009. Yeah, 2009. And he called me and basically what I just said. I like the stuff you did with Rita. I like it a lot. So would you be interested in writing some songs for me?
Yeah.
And yeah, of course I am. Um, because uh, we're a very small country.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
there aren't a lot of opportunities. So of course I'm gonna work with
For sure, man.
Mikael, and David
For
and
sure.
Tony. Of
Oh
course
yeah.
I'm gonna work with them.
I noticed you did David is actually gonna. I think he's gonna do the Portugal weekend here in Toronto, so that's gonna be neat. Maybe if I can make it there this year, but if I make it and he plays one of your songs, I'm gonna send you a video.
Cool. Yeah, please do. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure he's gonna do one of my songs at least. I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So you worked with all of them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Even
I
Tony
didn't
too.
I,
Right?
di- I didn't work with Sarah, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
'cause she had music project too, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, poor yeah.
that was terrible, man.
Love
That was
love for that
that was
family.
yeah, that was terrible. And
Love
knowing all
love
of
for that
them,
family.
especially
Yeah.
Tony, yeah, it was hard, man. It still is,
Oh,
still is.
I can
Tony
imagine. I
was
can't
here
imagine.
yesterday. He was here yesterday. We were talking about,
Yeah?
we were discussing an album we're finishing,
Yeah.
and you can still see, in his eyes, it won't ever be the
No
same.
one yeah, no one
Yeah,
can recover from that.
yeah, no one.
And then even to today, sometimes I'm scrolling through YouTube and the song she sings with her father, like, it'll put a tear in my eye,
Yeah, yeah,
it's emotional.
absolutely. Yeah.
Um, so I saw pictures of you in the Miami studios. Where has music taken you to work outside of Portugal?
Well, with Mikael precisely,
Yeah.
I we went to Mexico City.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, which was cool, but dangerous at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it's Mexico City, and everybody
Oh, yeah,
told,
yeah.
listen, don't go out at night, don't leave the hotel, don't go very far, if you need a taxi, tell us and we'll call someone,
Yeah,
you
they know
know,
the right ones.
trustworthy. Yeah. When we returned late from the sessions from the studio, someone would accompany us, like a bodyguard. It's kind of weird, because of the kidnapping and all of that. But it
Sure.
was cool. It was cool. We worked with
Oh, yeah.
Armando Avila, which is a big Mexican producer. So
Mhm.
that was a neat experience. And then a couple of years later, we went to Miami. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
We worked with two producers there, two Cuban producers established in Miami.
Yeah.
Rudy Perez, and Julio Reyes Copello. So it was super cool. It was super cool. We ended up staying there for more than a month, which is kind of hard for me because I also don't like traveling. I hate airplanes and airports and all of that. I can't sleep unless it's on my bed,
Yeah.
So I don't get used to hotel rooms. The
Yeah.
jet lag, the time difference. It all drives me crazy. But once I'm there, I end up having fun. Because it's a different place, a different culture. I love American culture. I do, and
Yeah, yeah.
I'm doing what I love.
Yeah.
But then all of those things, it messes up a bit with my mind. Plus, my daughter was little back then, and so I missed her like
Yeah,
crazy.
for sure.
But you got to do it. You got to do it, and
Did you ever
it was cool.
Yeah,
Those
for sure.
were cool
Good
experiences.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there out of these artists that you work with, no, I'm not talking about the Cajetas. I'm like even lesser known artists. Was there anyone that would was like a hard time to work with, or and on the upside, maybe someone that you didn't expect much of them, but they actually really surprised you?
Well, I'm not gonna talk about the ones that that were
Yeah, yeah,
trouble.
yeah.
I'm not gonna talk
Yeah, yeah,
about
for sure.
those
I
ones.
understand. There
But
could be a situation, but if it's all good, then just leave it at that.
yeah, working with Adelaide Ferreira was a high point. Was a high point for me.
Oh yeah.
Because I grew up listening to Adelaide, and
Oh
she's
yeah.
one of the great ones also. uh, Rita, of course, but that's implied. But Adelaide, it was special because
Yeah.
and I had people telling me, like warning me, Adelaide can be a diva, can be difficult to work with. No, she wasn't. She wasn't. It was beautiful and super, like,
Yeah.
easy, and she came prepared. which is something I love in an artist. You know, they come here and they know the lyrics. They don't have to read the, you know. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was a great experience. Yeah, yeah.
Looking back between like your live shows, some TV appearances you had, working for the Eurovision, private studio sessions, what is like where is your like peak happiness atmosphere? Like what did you like enjoy the most? Which part of it?
The studio.
Studio sessions, eh?
Yeah, what I'm doing now because there's no traveling involved.
Yeah.
You know, uh, there's no hassle. I can, you know, I can make my own schedule. Well, of course, sometimes I have to leave to work with in other studios with, but mainly I can do everything here in my own house, in my own home studio. So I'm
You- You're
I'm
big on that.
yeah, I'm
Is there anywhere like any part of the music industry, the music scene in Portugal that you see can have like an easy fix, like that could have like an easy improvement that needs some improvements, but not too difficult to get around?
in the music industry.
Yeah, in the Portuguese scene, in the music industry, in the
Oh,
Portuguese scene,
man,
something that can be bettered.
I don't know what we were talking about earlier. The radios, the playlist,
Yeah,
the the airplay. You know, I think there's a problem there, and
that's
it's been like that for since since we started. So our first record came out in '99, so it was already like that. You know, and
yeah,
there were rumors that you know, you had to pay for the songs to play. I don't know if it was
yeah,
true or
maybe.
not. Yeah, we never confirmed that, but I suspect it
Hey,
might have been like
there's
that.
always under the table deals happening everywhere, so you never know.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's one of the issues. You know, the radio, the big radios should be a bit more supportive and a bit more open to new artists, new music, because you know they select a few, and those are the ones that actually, yeah, make it. You know, and it's not fair. It's not fair. You know.
If there was to let's imagine, because it looks like the industry moved on from your main genre that you perform. But if there was to be like a revival of that genre in Portugal again, is there a current artist that you've seen that can maybe pull it off? A current artist in Portugal that can mimic somewhat what you guys did, like say it was to kick off again today, that popularity in that genre again?
There are a lot of them because, especially, um, I can think of a singer or two, but musicians, you know, especially guitar players, the drummers,
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of them, a lot of
Oh
them.
yeah.
There are really talented people making music um, right now. Okay, the thing is because they don't have the opportunities, um,
Sure.
they're relegated to playing with them
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
some other artist that's on top, you know.
Oh yeah, oh, yeah.
There's this guy, there's this guitar player, Pedro Joaninho.
Mhm.
I think he's from Alentejo. Is amazing, you know.
Yeah,
Is
look him up. I'm gonna look him up.
Look him up because is like Van Halen level, you know, Nuno Bettencourt level.
Oh,
Really?
electric
Yeah,
guitar you're talking about,
yeah.
yeah.
So and he has a side band with his brother on drums, also another amazing musician, and it's rock and roll. It's rock and roll in English, but nobody knows them. You know, he's
There's
known
a
as the
guy.
guitarist of them.
Yeah.
So answering your question, yes, there are a lot of excellent musicians or world level musicians, but
Oh, yeah. Oh,
they have to go where the work is, that's it.
yeah. I understand that. I understand that point. Yeah. Even if they're not necessarily doing what they would love to do, but they still need to make money, so they'll look for other bands that will give them work. I understand.
Exactly,
Because
exactly.
I was in Portugal like 2 years ago, and, I'm from Leiria, right? So, I went to a local bar that we always went to, which is like a snooker bar. It's called Sullivan. Uh, and there was a guy there that was playing, and me, my wife, and my son, I introduced him to rock music. He doesn't even listen to today's stuff. He's just all about rock, alternative rock, old rock. But regardless, I introduced him to it, and he knows more bands than I do now.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, he's 18. He knows more than I do. But to say that we were in Lady and there was this guy that I liked, I loved his attitude, and I feel like he can pull off something like with his vocals, something like you guys did back in the day. His name is Felipe Maya. He then I noticed last year he appeared on there's a popular YouTube channel in Portugal called the Vida Antunes and the Midnight Band or something.
Yeah,
And he went there last year, and I think he just went back a few weeks ago. And the guy has a good vibe, man. I think like vocal wise and with attitude, I think he can do it. But yeah, you need the industry's push. So
exactly. And what we were talking about, are you sure you want to go? Are you sure you want to make like a rock record or because it's very
the
limited.
opportunity is less.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man. Cause the up I love rock, but then I also love like ballads. So like, and for me, the rock stars, even metal, like they managed to pull off some of the best ballads.
for
Uh,
sure.
They managed to pull off the best ballads, and it's like it's lacking in today's day and age, like that love part into the music. It feels like it's lacking. That's why I feel like we need something to revive music and what's talked about in music. I feel like it's a lot of open nonsense these days, but I'm not listening to everything. Like I am stuck in my ways. I am listening to a lot of the blasts from the past, but sometimes I give it a shot, and then I just hear this nonsense. Not to talk about the genre because it can be fun. It can have good rhythm, like funk, whatever. But the lyrics is like, what is this? It's
Yeah,
like
I
it's hard
agree.
for me.
I agree with you. And with AI,
Yeah, it's another one.
uh, that's another one. That's another one. I think that's
I think AI can pull it off a little bit easier with something like an R&B. But rock ballads, I don't know if it can do it because there's the grittiness and rawness. I don't know if it can deliver. I don't know.
yeah, for sure. But everybody's using it right now, and it's gonna be the
Yeah.
future. I have no doubt about it. It's
Yeah.
but that's another thing that uh, can be extremely useful for some things,
Yeah.
and very
Yes.
bad for other things, you know. Uh, and I think music is it's killing exactly the uniqueness of that artist or that band
Yeah.
or that
Uh-huh.
song. It's starting to sound the same to me.
Uh-huh.
That's what I feel,
Uh-huh.
and it's so bland. Um, so I'm hoping. I don't know what I'm hoping is because I know it's gonna end up being the norm in the future.
Yeah.
But I hope there's some resistance,
Think
and
so.
I hope people keep trying to write original stuff from the heart.
Yeah. I think so. I think so. Especially Portuguese are very poetic. I think they can filter what's AI generated and what's authentic, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Is there anything in your musical career, either during the band times or now that you're working and producing all this music for all these artists, is there anything that hasn't been done yet? Like that, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Is there anything that like that you haven't done yet?
Um, oh, music is always evolving. I don't know. I've done fado. I love fado.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, and I've done some, but I would love to write for um for Marisa, for instance, you
Nice.
know,
Yeah, yeah.
for Carminho.
Mhm.
Um, I would love to write for those singers because they're amazing singers, and I think I could bring something to the table, you know. So mm, that's something I wish I still wish could happen in the near future.
That's it, man. We gotta speak it up. Sometimes when we put it out there in the ether of the world, the world
Yeah,
finds a way of delivering it back to us. So
hopefully, yeah, hopefully.
maybe it could happen. What would you say out of all the music you've done, your own music or even produced for others, what is like the single song that represents you the best? Like your business card.
Well, I would have to say Contigo.
Yeah. I
Uh,
would have to agree. I would have to agree.
yeah, that's pretty representative of the of everything, you know, the my influences, my vocal style. Yeah, regarding the band, I think that's it. Other artists, um, Deixa-me Sonhar, the song Rita sang
Yeah.
in Eurovision. I still think it's a beautiful song. She did a wonderful job singing it, and people still love the song. Also bring it up all
Oh
the
yeah.
time. So I think those two are mandatory.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Paul, this was a blast. I really enjoyed the music at the time, uh, and am happy to know that you're still involved with it, producing, even though you're more in the shadows and the sidelines. You're still producing, writing songs, putting stuff together. I'm happy to know that. I would be more happy if, even though you're not too much of a social media guy, you put yourself a little bit more out there. You know, people can follow your journey because I just love sharing our stories of people that have amazing talent, Portuguese people, and I want to help just, share, build bridges. A lot of people from the diaspora have been here for, imagine, 20, 30 years. They don't know about it, but they have kids that don't know about it, or the only Portuguese music they know is just from the festas. And I want to help show like, no, like we did amazing stuff. If you like Guns N' Roses, you like Brian Adams, you like whatever. We have that in Portugal. Like it's that quality. Music, the guitar solos, the lyrics, the voices. We had
Musicianship.
truly amazing, oh yeah, truly amazing pop singers, rock singers, and even rappers in today's scene. They're amazing too. So in these three genres, like we are king. We're just, it's just hard to get us out there, but I truly believe that.
Exactly, yeah. And I thank you, and that's why I said yes, because uh
Yeah, for sure, man.
I don't no I don't do this often, you know. It's the kind of
I
thing that
know, I know. And
I
you're
usually
not even easy to find. No, but like you understand music. You're in the music scene and you have your own story to tell. For me, like maybe because I personally know of your music. So I'm like, no, like this was next level stuff at the time. And I want to share it. Like it's nostalgic for me. It's everything. And I don't think things have to stay in the past. It's like sometimes what's old is gold, so if we can bring it back, hopefully, I don't know, like maybe, I don't know if it'll do much for you guys, or if you, since you guys aren't even active or whatnot, but your songs, if you create a page, a YouTube channel, just put them there. People will like it. Like when people go back, I see in the comment section so many times, oh, this song, I forgot, I love it. And then before you know it, sometimes they start to go viral again. So hopefully, I help share it, because it's, for me, it touched me a lot at the time. I loved it, and I'm happy to know you're doing good. You're still in the music industry, and you show how multifaceted and talented you are, because even though you are naturally a rocker, you can still make music and lyrics for other genres and other singers that have nothing to do with your genre. So it shows how you have a lot of talent. I'm wishing a lot of success for you, and I want people to follow you. So the best place to follow you, I think, is on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook and now Instagram. Yeah,
Now Instagram that you opened the account, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And you guys don't have an official page on Spotify or no?
I don't. I no, I don't think so. I don't even
'Cause I
use
follow one there.
Spotify
I follow one there.
myself.
I don't know whose it is then, but
No, well, Spotify is another thing. You know, we could talk about it for another hour because
yeah.
artists don't sell records anymore.
Yeah, I know it's
So
all streaming platforms.
it changed completely the industry. So it would be all right if Spotify paid what's fair to the artist, but we all know that's
Mhm.
not what happens, right? So it's
Yeah.
I think they're taking
No, they
advantage
don't
of
pay.
it.
I know,
Yeah, yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So the industry changed, and I think they're taking advantage of it. So I don't
Oh, yeah.
use Spotify. I don't.
But I think there is one loophole that can be taken advantage for the artist, which is like you were saying, there was a lot of radio gatekeeping at the time. But nowadays you have a lot of artists that break free on their own through social media. Like they manage to make big accounts, and then through the social media they manage higher success.
Exactly. Yeah,
So, you know,
that's the good side of social media. No, it's used for good.
yeah,
For
that's a good side.
promoting. Yeah, there are artists that became known through TikTok or something.
Yep.
So that yeah,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that
for sure
case,
there are.
it's cool and it's useful. Yeah. But
Oh
my
yeah.
issue with
You have
social media is when you become a slave of it. The algorithm
Yeah,
and
I know.
posting and
They always
going to the restaurant and
Yeah.
taking the picture and posting
Yeah,
every
yeah,
five
yeah.
minutes.
I know what you're saying.
That's what I don't get it. And that's
I
it.
know what you're saying, man.
Maybe
I'm
I'm
kinda like that
old
too.
or
That's why
something.
I'm doing this podcasting now, but a lot of people are I like it's not really me though, but I'm just doing it because I don't know, for the love of it, but it's not really my personality. I'm having a good time talking with you people, sharing our stories, so it is what it is. But you're not gonna be catching me posting pictures of every meal I eat. Paulo, I wish all the success for you. I'm happy to see that you're doing good. And hopefully, a little boost in maybe even though you don't have to live for social medias, but put yourself a little bit more out there so people can be a part of it like me. I want to see what's going on and what you're doing. Okay.
Thank you, Steven. Yeah, I'll try. I'll try posting some stuff. Even though singing stuff that I like,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, cover. Oh yeah.
which I have been doing from time to time. Because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it for much longer, because
How much
I'm gonna be
longer?
51. I'm gonna be 51 next
Hey,
month. So the voice, I don't know.
there's
Maybe
always a niche.
maybe
There's always a
maybe.
niche for those acoustic covers like you just did a while ago, and you're still good at it. So there's always a niche for that. I'm in that niche, so you'll still have you'll still have some audience.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Right,
Steven.
man. This was a blast. All the best.
You too. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ciao. Un grande abraço. Ciao, ciao.
Abraço, abraço.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and hit that like button below. Obrigado e até a próxima.